Okay, this is a tough love video. This is a video for you to support the services that are on your doorstep. So, for example, anybody who supports teen mental health, child mental health, any of your children's classes, or, even if you are an adult who attends yoga, Pilates, events, things like that, it is so important that you support these professionals, because otherwise they're not going to be there. Right now, there's such a struggle for people to get numbers within classes. Costs are increasing, and this is when these services are needed more. So there's so much pressure on the NHS. There's so much pressure on support services like CAMHS for, children and adolescents' mental health. So when you see things that, that are going to support children's mental health, like yoga, Pilates, any kind of sports, anything that's going to offer interest out with of school, these are the things that we need to be supporting. And these are the things that aren't getting the sign-ups, they aren't getting the numbers, and they're not going to be around unless people use them. So I get contacted and have done for many years to support children in and around mental health. And I have done that in the past. Obviously, I am not doing that right now. But that doesn't stop people reaching out to me. So people are looking for the support. And there are things there, as I say, things that people might not think about. But, the mindfulness, the yoga, any of these other things are so important. And I'll tell you why. Because as a teen, when I struggled with anxiety and depression, yoga, as much as I didn't want to go, and this is the thing, you may not want to go to class, your child may not want to go to class. Once you have that skill in your toolkit, that is something I have done every single day of my life, which supported me in recovering from anxiety and depression. But at the time, as a teen, I was like, I don't want to go and watch women fart and roll around and try and touch their toes. Like, that wasn't what I wanted to be doing. But sometimes, and again, back to the resilient video that I've posted, sometimes we have to do things that we don't like because they're actually good for us. And guess what? You might end up loving it, and it might change your life, and it might become your passion, and it might become your job. And the same is true for parents. We need to support these services. You need to encourage your child to do these things. And sometimes it's tough love. I took my daughter to a mindfulness thing before, and another like a paddle boarding thing before. All things were so, I don't want to go, I don't know anybody. But ultimately, putting her in that position, she's learned those new skills. She ended up enjoying herself. So, it is a challenge. I get that, but I honestly really want to reiterate to support these services on your doorstep for your own personal health and for the health of our children, because otherwise they're not going to be there, and then we're all bloody Scoobied because the whole system is, is full to brimming with wait lists. So let's look to empower ourselves, empower our children, support these self-employed, purpose-led business owners who are offering sessions to support children and adults in and around mental health and health. And yeah, that's my little soapbox rant. So support, support, support.